So, Ben, we are in Derby.
Derby, yeah.
But this is a special occasion. This is the first Bad Dice event. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good about it. It's going well so far. It's pretty hectic yesterday. We had a lot going on, and I think it's a case of having too many cooks stirring the pot. You know, there's too many people here helping, and it sent me a bit frantic, to be fair. But today's quite chilled. Everything's organised. Everything's ready to go. But yeah, it's all good.
So how much preparation do you need to do for these kind of events, or is it just you turn up and it runs itself?
So we've been talking about doing this for about a year, and then at the start of the year we were sort of thinking maybe next year we'll do it. Next summer we'll look for a good venue, because that's the biggest thing, finding a nice venue.
Yeah.
And we found this, and we weren't really sure, because it wasn't exactly what we wanted. Wanted something bigger, could hold more players, maybe all in one hall as well. But then we went out to Adepticon, and when I came back from Adepticon, one of the things I really wanted to do was like, you know what, I'm just going to run it. So we announced it in June, and so it's been 3 months of sort of prep for that. So, you know, some people will prep all year, some people do a month's worth. So ours is, you know, something in between. We've had quite busy for the last few months, so lots of prep.
No, absolutely. But what has impressed me about this event as well is the fact that there's quite a few people. This is their first tournament.
Yeah.
Why do you think that ours is one that they wanted to come to?
So I think what it is, obviously, we have a lot of listeners for the podcast, and a lot of people listen but don't do tournament gaming. And we talk about tournament gaming a hell of a lot. So people want to get a chance of joining in and coming to a tournament, and where better for your first one than a podcast what you listen to. And you know, even if you come along and you don't know anyone, you and your mate can kind of speak to the people you listen to on the podcast, and they can point you in the direction of, you know, the right people to chat with and that sort of thing. And we kind of aimed it at people, you know, if you've never been to a tournament before, come to this, it'll be a great one. And it's, you know, this, well, you see from the entry list, there's a lot of people here. Just behind us on the bottom table, a guy called Dozer. He's playing, it's his first event, he's got ogres, he's having a great time, and, you know, he's just one example of a tournament noob at Blood and Glory.
And I think that's really, really nice as well. And to be honest, I know I'm here in an organisational capacity, but I kind of wanted to play, actually, now. Being here, I wouldn't mind playing. How are you feeling? Do you want to play?
Yeah, I don't know at the minute. I'm kind of walking around looking at the games. I'm not really getting the urge to play. But, you know, I'm really enjoying running it, to be honest. Now that I don't really have as much to do. Yesterday I had tons to do. I was doing all the data entry and all the sort of handing things out and organising stuff. Obviously, everyone was helping as well, but today I'm not doing any data entry, so that's a massive weight. It gives me tons of time now to just mince around, I suppose. We've got my slippers on.
Mince around with their slippers on, yeah. We've got so much going on, though. We had a 500-pointer yesterday. We had a skirmish game. There's a 1,200-pointer. There's the two-day fantasy. We're selling cakes. We've got a live query corner. There's painting, seminars, quizzes. Is there too much going on for the concerning geek?
I think there's too much going on for, like I said yesterday, I sort of headed up them two, and the championships today. I think the side events I should have handed off to someone entirely. Like Mark ran the 500 last night, but I did the data, whereas I should just let Mark do everything, and Mark then wouldn't have had to help with the 1200 at all. And, you know, I think that'd be the way to go. I think we've took a lot on for us all to have a hand in it all. There's less breaks, but for the players coming, you know, you don't have to play it all. You get the option to if you want. Some people have signed up for all the side events and the championships, you know, and they're really enjoying themselves. Some people are winning tons of prizes already because they did really well in the two events yesterday. So, you know, it's good to have the options. And just, I think we had 50 people on site last night, maybe more, 60 people, when there's only 86 in the event today, plus about 10 staff. It was a good turnout for Friday night.
Yeah, it's really, really nice to see. Obviously, we go to a lot of events. Friday night is a little bit of a lull, but there was loads of people. They were playing games until gone 10 o'clock at night. But today, they've been getting gifts. There's spot prizes, Arc of Visibilities, charge, little things. There's loads going on. So, are we going to do this again?
Yes, I think so. I mean, I'd quite like to run one every 6 months, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes, see how I feel next week once it's all done and dusted. One of the things Dustin's been saying to me is, whatever happens, don't worry, because Monday's always going to come. So, you know,
yes. Monday is going to come
on Monday. So, we'll see. We're definitely going to do one a year, I hope, and maybe two. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to come to the event, make sure you're following us on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course listening to our podcast as well, The Bad Dice and The Bad Dice Daily as well, because that's where you get all the information. So for me and Ben, good night. I love the fact what you've just said off camera is, don't know what to say about the game, I don't know what I did wrong. What did you do wrong because you won?
No idea. I just won by pure fluke and rolling of dice, I think.
Is that what Warhammer is? Because I hear that so often, just a fluke, I just rolled some dice. I don't understand. Some people go for tactics, some people just go for flukes. What's happening?
To be honest, Gareth, I think when you're on the bottom table, that's just generally what it is. You just push toys forward. Yeah, I don't know any more tactics than that. So
this army, you took a little bit longer than 5 seconds to create, surely, yeah? That's what you did last night?
Yeah. I did. It's sort of, well, to be honest, it's kind of a 1,500 point army that I've kind of like bumped up to 2,400 with like some expensive character choices and like a stone horn and some suboptimal bits. But then on the face of it, I have got an ogre gutstar with the stubborn crown and 10 iron guts and the BSB and the Runemaw banner and an iron blaster. So it should be a relatively good list. But I am rubbish.
So, were you not scared at this list? Because it sounds pretty uber.
It's got pretty much the exact same things I have, to be honest, apart from I've got a giant. That's the only difference.
So, are you just the better player? Is that what it is?
I rolled more sixes. Simple as that. Roll sixes and you win.
Fair enough, I like it. So, what was the turning point when you knew this has gone totally downhill?
The turning point, he'd got his giant and a unit of bulls on one flank, and I charged my Mournfangs into the giant. Now, I got up the bubble regen from the gut magic. I was pretty sure the Mournfangs could take out the giant, but it was the regen that stopped them, and I'd got 4 dice to cast Flaming Sword, but I miscast on the spell before that, so I couldn't get the flaming off, and basically that was the turning point, because my whole flank collapsed, and he just wiped the floor with me from that point. It would have been a bit different. Well, it might have been a bit different if that had worked out, but that's Warhammer, innit? So
that is Warhammer, absolutely. So finally, who was the hero of your army?
My giant, as always. First game he got killed, but this game he's really pulled through. Regen on a giant, you can't go wrong.
You heard about this tournament through the podcast itself.
Yes, we did. It just came out that this tournament was going, and we had talked about going to a tournament abroad or doing something different, just having fun, and it came about in a time when it actually fitted our schedules. So we decided to go.
Excellent. Now, is it living up to your expectations of a tournament?
Yeah, above.
Above. I like it. Above.
No, I like it. It's a really good atmosphere and very friendly people and good matches. So, yeah.
Good matches. Now, you were telling me earlier that you started in 4th edition, then didn't play it for a long time, and this is actually your first tournament. Wow.
Yeah, it is. We played back in the day, and then we had a 15-year pause. But now we're back in business, so yeah.
And is it quite scary coming over to a country with another language, with another way of playing, if you haven't played that much? Is it? I'd be scared.
Well, it's not that scary because we don't have a translation of the rules to Swedish, so we always play in English. Although there are some misunderstandings because we started playing during, I believe it was middle school or something like that, and we didn't exactly know English as well. So there were some quirky rules adaptations.
Yeah, we had our own interpretation of the rules due to our English limitations, I guess.
I have my own interpretation of the rules. Some people might say it's cheating, but it's my interpretation, which is absolutely fine. So what is in your list, and how did you go about creating it?
I play Warriors of Chaos, and I want my army to be fun to play and good looking. So I'm more of I know I'm gonna lose, but I'm more of the painter converting guy. So.
Did you hurt your hand? Show the boys and girls. Did you hurt your hand by converting?
No, actually, mountain biking.
It's close. It's close. What about you? What's your list?
I play Empire, and I have a rather infantry-heavy Empire lists, and I don't really have anything to deal with certain things, but it's been fun. It's been fun. It has. Although drawed and lost. So.
Drawed and lost. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So what about your games?
2 heavy losses, but a lot of blood and carnage, and that's what chaos like.
And I'm here with Mr. American, Dustin with a D, not with a J, and Sexy Ginger Boy. So what armies were you playing with, and tell us about your list.
Ogre Kingdoms, basically unit of Mournfang, Slaughtermaster, level 4 Running Heavens, Man-Eaters, Iron Gutstar, and 2 Iron Blasters.
See, I think I should play ogres just because of the man-eaters and the fagroths. Yeah?
The what?
Isn't it called fagtroth or something, no?
For what?
Isn't it a character in the ogre army?
Oh, no.
There's something called fag in the title. Of course, Dustin didn't understand the word fag also meant a cigarette in our country,
Yeah,
so...
that was a shocker. That was pretty bad the first time I heard that.
But anyway, moving over to you, Sexy Ginger Boy. What is in your army?
Battalion Knights, very peasant heavy, loads of banners, level 4 heavens, level 2 beasts. Yeah.
Is it good? What happened?
I had to deploy in the corner because it was dawn attack. Couldn't really get much movement. He cornered me, and that was it pretty much. Yeah.
So you won that game, did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, solid 15-0. Yeah.
Love it. So are ogres just super, super awesome, or are you really, really good and you can outsmart your opponent?
No, I play an army that's very easy to manage. It just moved forward. The scenario really helped me out there. His big knight bus got stuck in the corner, and it's so long it actually can't deploy straight. It has to play at an angle. And there was a building, so it was a lose-lose, and it took a couple turns to even just bring it out and get the wheels going. So in that time, I could just kind of move and deploy, and yeah, it was an unfortunate scenario to draw. And that guy could have went anywhere on the board but that one, and that's where it went.
Oh dear, oh dear. So do you think there's any other things that you could have done differently to make it more in your favour?
Yeah, I probably could have done better with my movement. Maybe chucked out a couple of characters to sacrifice them, but it was always going to be very hard for me to get any points. So yeah.
Did you get that heroic killing blow off?
I did. I got a champion twice. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah.
So that was its money, yeah? It got its money there. No, that's good. Why have you chosen Bretonnians? It's a question I want to ask people, because you don't see them that often, and I hate them.
You do hate them. It's an army. It's one army I picked. I'm going to play it for like 2 or 3 years, and then just pick another army, because I just want to get good with a army. So.
Yeah, get good with that army. That was my plan for vampires. Hasn't quite worked out yet. But you obviously seem quite good with yours. Are you as good in America, or is it just against the English chumps?
I don't really play in that many events in America, so I don't have a lot of free time to do it. I don't think I do poorly, but it's a whole different environment here. People are a lot nicer. It's more of a sporting game, you know. In America, I rarely have people offer to buy drinks, talk. It's very nice over here. There's very good conversation. But ogres just kind of play themselves, and that's why I enjoy them. And plus, they're easy to transport. It's like 40 models. So it was great, and they're all big.
All big models. So just going back to what you're saying about nice people, would you say that British tournaments are better than the American tournaments?
I don't know about that, because he gave me a free T-shirt, a pint glass from Adepticon as soon as I met him. So
Adepticon, I've not heard of this. Is it some kind of small one-day or something?
Yeah, it's a one-day event held in the middle of January in Boise, so make sure you come out. No, Adepticon. Yeah, it's one of those things where I work with Adepticon, so, you know, it was nice to come over here. I met you guys there, came over here as, you know, awesome. You guys have been a really good job taking care of me, making sure, you know, I know where to go, where not to go. But as far as the British scene, it's just a lot different, you know. Armies there's a lot, people put a lot of time and effort into their armies here, which you do see in America, but you really see the individual armies. So, like, I walked by 2 different Bretonnian armies, and you don't see very many Bretts in America, and both armies are completely different, which is awesome to see. Even the demon armies are just all different. The Warriors of Chaos armies are pretty much the same damn thing across the board, which is fun to play against. But no, it's a whole different scene. I've really enjoyed the games. I've really had a good time, and hopefully I can come back next year.
Well, let's see if you win first. You may not want to come back. So, finally, guys, what do you think to the tournament itself? It's obviously Bad Dice's first event. Happy?
yeah, very happy. Really smoothly run. Great people. Yeah, no complaint.
Would you come back?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you definitely would? You'd fly over from Yankee Doodle Land?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I mean, like I said, you guys help with everything. It's been fantastic. The event's awesome. For a first event, you guys are just spot on with your terrain, the boards, organization, good judging, you know. I haven't heard a single issue come up, and obviously it's the first game, first day of the big stuff, but even last night, nothing. There was no arguing. You know, everything was spot on. Rules were made right on the table. You know, you guys seem to have a really good firm grasp of which way to make the ruling, and there's just no questioning it. So it's nice to It's well ran.
So you heard it here first. Well ran, we give a good grasp. If you want to come over from America, bring peanut butter chocolate and be sexy, and you're definitely in. Love you. Cheers, guys.